is Memorial Day weekend, and I came up just for a quick overnight, me and the dog. Given the type of weather that I knew I was going to face, I left the kids at home so they wouldn't have a miserable time. So it's just me and the dog up here. Some of these roads, some of these dirt roads are really well graded. They got a good road base to them, you know, good gravelly road base. So even if it snows and rains and they get wet, they're still very travelable, is that a word? Without fear of getting stuck. However, the side roads, they get really mushy. The first side road I took, I start driving down and immediately I can tell this is just slick as snot. But on that road, I finally backed up, got turned around and got off that road and got onto where I am currently. And the place that I'm camped now, whether I like it or not, is where I'm at. And so the truck is stuck. What I'll do is I'll just wait for tonight. Well, it's starting to come down now. I'll wait for tonight when it freezes, and that should be able to I should be able to drive right out. But I'm kind of counting on that freeze tonight to make things a little bit easier. For right now, I think I'm going to get out of this snowstorm. Soft snow, huh? Oh, you're sitting in the mud. That's awesome. The hailstorm came in, so me and Luna, we jumped back in the truck, and that's where we reside. Like I said, it's probably gonna have to wait for a freeze, and then we'll get out of here. There's these tarps called the Slumberjacks. I believe that's what they're called. And they're meant to go on the back of your truck like this. So I'm kind of testing it out, obviously using my own tarp. But just to give me a little shelter in here. We'll see how it works. I also picked up these rigid tool cases at a Home Depot or Lowe's or something, and what I've got inside is paper plates, spoons, forks, knives, seasonings, all kind of stuff. So for camping trips like this, I can just grab them. So I got this little one, I got this big one, so I can just grab those, come out here and have all my food, my seasonings. So it's kind of a fun thing that I'm testing. This is the first time I've used them, so we'll see how they go. And I need to change my fuel canister, apparently. Yeah, seems to be working okay. I don't have a high wind or anything, but at least it gives me, what I've been doing is just jumping into the back of the truck whenever it comes raining down hard like this or snowing. It's kind of a sleet snow type of deal. But yeah, this is pretty slick actually. If I'm just with the truck, it really expands the area. I don't know, I might have to break down and buy one of those, we'll see. That dog perk up when I open this. Because this is a quick overnighter, I've gone really easy with the food. I've just got some mountain houses on hand, so that's what I'm using. You guys have probably noticed by now, but I did get the shell on top of the truck. That's what I grew up with. That's what I spent a lot of time in the back when I was camping. So I really like that. One of the things I ended up going with is these side opening windows. So actually these windows will slide open. They've got a screen inside. And then also these entire windows open so you have access to stuff in here. So that's one thing that I really like, are these side opening windows. I kind of debated on whether to get them or not, and I'm just very glad I did. This is what the trip's been, man. Out playing, doing what we can, and then jumping in the truck, wait until the rain goes by. But one of the things I've done to my truck, to my tailgate, is when I was young, I hated trying to open the tailgate and not let it slam after sleeping in the back. So this one, I've got one of those automatic drops, man, and I love it. Not just for this, but that's why I got it, but just in everyday use. I think it's one of those DZ tailgate assists. Man, I highly recommend it. I love having it. exhausted. Just piled some of my clothes on top of her. I've got her a pad and a blanket. And then I've been running this little Mr. Buddy heater. And it's supposed to be safe indoor use. But just as a backup, I've got a CO2 detector with it as well. It's not something you run constantly, or at least I'm going to be running constantly in here. But just turn it on, warm it up real good, turn it off type of thing. So warm us up before we go to bed, and then when I get up in the morning, I'll do the same thing just to have it nice and warm in here. And I'll keep an eye on her. Try to dry her out real good before she went to bed. So she's pretty dry, that'll help. Morning time. It's about, I think, 6 in the morning. You can see where the truck was there. And like I anticipated, it just drove straight out. So I've got it up there. So when it thaws, it'll be really easy to get out. So it won't be stuck down here anymore. We're sliding already. We've got gravity on our side here, so we should be good. Jeez, the truck is just going sideways. That's how slick this stuff is, man. We'll get down to some good gravel just right here, right close. Cool. Excited to get my new tires. These have been good tires. I'm running some Toyo Open Country Extremes. They just came with the truck when I bought it, and I've really liked them. She's just barely staying awake. Kind of seeing how far I can get up. As far as snow line goes, about 8,000 feet. That is a tired, muddy dog. I've got some major cleanup to do when I get home. All the gear is wet and muddy, including the dog and myself. But it was a good one. It was a good test for that shell too. That's the first time I brought it out. I do have some leaks in it, so I'll have to figure that piece out. But thanks for watching, guys. Who knows when this will post?